Hey everyone, welcome back to your favorite pirate crew. Today we're going to talk about why the 5 ancients respect Shanks. If you'd like to see more about One Piece on our channel, please leave your thumbs up and subscribe to join our pirate crew. But pirates, before we continue with the video, I ask that you already subscribe to the channel. That way you can join a pirate crew and earn a devil fruit or master your favorite Haki of your very own. Also, I'd love to know which type of devil fruit you pick. Let me know. It would also be a good help to our crew if you'd leave your like, thumbs up in today's video so that we together can become Yonkos. Now, without further ado, let's continue with today's video. Shanks is a character that since the beginning of the story of One Piece has generated many fan theories about him, whether about his true strength as a Yonko, or for his strange actions that don't always have a clear goal for us. As for his general and long-term goals, actions such as sacrificing his arm for a supposed random child, but not just any random child, the one that would eventually become Joy Boy, a legendary figure, ended up generating a huge amount of theories that he actually always knew much more than it led on to seem from the very beginning. Also, we always see how connected Shanks seemed to be with the Elder Five in some way, and for an unknown reason. Why is there this connection between them? What really is the relationship between this group? Why do they respect him so much that they talk to him in a peaceful way, listening to his opinions? And is Shanks someone who has more secrets with him, things that we can't even begin to imagine at this point? And if we were to imagine, where would we even start? Did he really know what the power and origin of the Hitohitonomi model Nika was? And did he expect Luffy to awaken as Joy Boy, the new Joy Boy? It is about some of these theories and questions that we will talk about today. Shanks Redhead, commonly known only as Threadhead, is the head of the Pirates of the Redhead, and one of the 4 emperors currently ruling the New World alongside Blackbeard, Monkey D. Luffy, and Buggy. Shanks is a former member of the legendary Pirates of Roger, the only group of pirates to successfully conquer the Grand Line, starting his pirate career in said group as an apprentice alongside Buggy, before forming his own crew after the death of Gold D. Roger. Notably, Shanks is the pirate who inspired Monkey D. Luffy to go on his own pirate journey, and his crewmate Lucky Rocks found the Gomu Gomu no Mi that was accidentally eaten by Luffy. He also possessed the straw hat that became Luffy's signature accessory, having gifted it to the boy as part of a promise that they would meet again someday. In fact, we are recently following up on more information regarding the character, and find that apparently Shanks was aware of what the true identity of the fruit falsely named Gomu Gomu no Mi was, having looted it in a rather suspicious manner years ago. During chapter 1054, we find out that Shanks decided it was a good time to enter the competition for One Piece. The reason for this is still unknown. After all, why would the Goroseis allow a Yonko, a pirate, and one of their greatest enemies into their holy land? We know that warlords are a grand exception to this pirate rule, since they do the Marines' bidding in exchange for amnesty. However, Shanks is an emperor, so considering his influence, capturing him would logically be the best option. But instead, it seems that the elders are in some sort of synchronicity with him, as if they work together for some reason. Could this be some kind of connection to what is secretly going on with the world government? Or does Shanks have some kind of influence over them? During the last war in Marineford, Ace's execution was used in a way to lure Whitebeard, former Yonko at that time, there in that specific place, and it was Shanks who ended it. We also saw him interfere with the arrival of Kaido at the time, who wished to take on Whitebeard, but was eventually sent away by Shanks too. In a way, many things are directly connected to him. Was he someone with a strong connection or influence within the world government, or a kind of traitor? At first glance, it sounds rather absurd to think that his position as a Yonko affects the Marines who are against this group of pirates so much. Some theories on the internet suggest that he may possess some other status that allies him with Gorosei, or makes him worthy of being treated in such a manner. However, while there are many moments that put Shanks up against the wall, watching him as a traitor, it's a little hard to think of his character that way, especially when we see his actions, words, and personality. When we see him acting in this chapter 1054 of One Piece, we realize that there may be indeed a reason behind his actions that we are still unaware of. They are not necessarily being against any of the characters allied to Luffy, or the character himself. First of all, the reason the Marines Marines leave the Redhead alone in large part is because of their influence and ability to fight. They would have to spend a lot to capture someone at the Yonko level, which is not worth their efforts unless something important happens. Even in the two cases where Shanks was interacting with other Yonko, Whitebeard, and Kaido, they only tried to stop the encounter by blocking him and did not actually try to capture him. Second, the world government and the Marines are separate entities. The Goroseis are under the command of the WG, which has its own agenda beyond simply capturing pirates to keep the peace. The Marines are under the WG, but also various secret forces like the CP0. In chapter 908, we see 5 elders mentioning that the balance of the world cannot be maintained forever. All their appearances seem to indicate that they choose to maintain the balance of the 3 great powers, Navy, Yonko, and pirates, even if one assumes that they would be happy if all the pirates were eliminated. So there are reasons and things inside that we aren't even aware of yet to be able to talk about. It's pretty clear to us from the beginning that Shanks has some knowledge of everything that happened in the past, including ancient knowledge of things that the world government fears others knowing, and they keep the information under lock and key. This was because he was in the crew of the former king of pirates, Goldie Roger, and followed his journey to the end, though he wasn't exactly present when he went to the Island of Laughter. During his meeting with the 5 elders several chapters ago, he obviously went to talk to them about Blackbeard or Luffy. The reason for this is because Shanks is the symbol of maintaining the balance between all the great powers. Unlike other Yonkos, Shanks only fights to defend the people he cares about and his crew. He ain't actively seeking more power like Kaido, Blackbeard, and Big Mom, so much so that he only wished to enter the quest for the One Piece quite recently, as if he's been waiting for the grand turn in the world thanks to Luffy, the one who encouraged him to follow his journey. He prefers to keep things as they are, but since he knows he can't stop the changes in the world that Luffy has brought, he's probably ensuing a big warning to the government, more about how Blackbeard is someone who can be threatening not only to the government, but also to the entire world. Many theories claim that Blackbeard actually possesses either 2 personalities or there are twins of the character, and this could be the subject of Shanks' conversation with the world government about how it was because he possessed 2 people in one that he was able to consume 2 Akuma no Mis, and not necessarily because he possessed a legendary fruit. While there are many points that claim this, it's almost impossible that Shanks is a double agent, and even if this proves to be the case, we'll probably get confirmation that his actions are actually for the pursuit of a good future for people, and not as someone disloyal who reveals himself as a villain in the end, as was the case with Aizen in Bleach, for example. Hundreds of theories about why Shanks has his position have been presented, and my opinion is based on many of them on the subject. So here's my theory about why Shanks is respected by both pirates and the world government. Shanks' Yonko status originated because he is very strong, like Big Mom, Kaido, and Whitebeard at the same time. Because of his strength, he's feared and respected by the pirates. Also, Shanks was implied to have the best crew of all the current Yonkos. He, without a doubt, would win in a full pirate war among all the Yonkos, not only because of his powerful crew, but also because he himself is absurdly strong to the point of staggering even admirals. Although, in the most recent chapter of One Piece, 1054, we see him stating that he believes it is the ideal time to enter the fight for the One Piece. Some theories say that he could actually be a guardian of the Laugh-Tail Gate, meaning that he would prevent pirates from reaching One Piece. The theory says that Shanks has made a sort of deal with the world government, stating that he will protect One Piece to be found, and from here would come the great reason for his even greater influence, having the right to do pretty much anything he wants and talk to them so easily. Also, he's sort of a parallel with Doflamingo. By being on Roger's ship, Shanks has learned the secrets of the world, and since he's stupidly strong, too strong to be killed, the world government would rather have a cooperative relationship with him than a hostile one. However, this agreement with the world government is not entirely true. Shanks is not doing this to keep the treasure hidden and protect the world government. He's doing this to ensure that the treasure is found by someone worthy, namely our favorite rubber boy. And this, the world government doesn't know. He may end up taking rather suspicious attitudes throughout the story, implying opinions and attitudes that can be interpreted in different ways, but that doesn't mean he proves anything. In the end, Shanks is probably not a traitor as we first thought, but these are just some of the most famous theories about him on the internet. And what do you think about them? Do you think Shanks is a traitor indeed? Or is he a good guy? Will he pretend to side with the world government to protect One Piece for Luffy? Or will he fight for it, facing the Straw Hat? Leave your opinion in the comments. That's it, my Straw Hat Pirate. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any suggestions for a future video, don't forget to comment below, because I'll be reading them all as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content from your pirate crew.